Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
Southeast Radio.
My next guest, Alexander Frahm Fetherston from Chaplin's Languages, is looking to stimulate demand for tech-based language training here in Ireland. Alex, perhaps you could start the interview by providing us with some background to the business.
Well, Chaplin's Languages was founded by my parents in 1984 in Barcelona. And, 30 years ago, there was the European Union growing in, and that kind of promoted a free movement of many people wanting to go abroad and study overseas or even work. So at that very same moment, my parents, who already came from a teaching background in translation, interpretation and teaching in schools, saw the need of building up a school or offering quality service language programs to all these people that wanted to make this happen. So I suppose they just kind of thought, let's make this happen, let's build up this school.
So talk to me about the Chaplin's approach to language training.
Chaplin's approach right now is communicative approach, project-based learning and EdTech. That would be the three main keywords that would define right now our learning project. It does makes it exciting, it makes it engaging, but at the same time we try and encourage the use of technology and the latest technology within the classroom. It does at the same time encourage teens, especially at a very young age. They are going to use their mobiles, they're going to be stuck on their mobiles anyway, so why don't we just promote that and encourage that for learning purposes? And then at the same time, adults do need some kind of a modern, innovative way of approaching that language, because at the end of the day it is going to help them no matter what purpose they have to learn that language.
So how effective is that particular methodology?
Right now, in the last 3 years, it's proven to be very effective. It's pumped up our pass rate results also in our Cambridge Main Suite examinations for English students. It's pumped up the pass rate in Spanish students, in students studying Spanish and preparing for their Cervantes exams. So we've not only seen that it's been successful in our speaking courses and crash courses for travel and different specific purposes, but it's also proven to be very successful for students wanting to prepare for an exam.
Well, as you say, Chaplin's was set up by your parents 30 years ago in Barcelona in Spain. You recently opened an office here in Wexford.
Yes.
Why so?
My mother is Irish, and we did have a lot of friends based in and around the area of Wexford. And, well, in a way, after visiting Wexford, being here, spending some Christmases and time here, we kind of saw the need of Wexford having a reference, not even for their businesses, but also for local people, to a reference for them to turn to when it came to language, when it came to grind language courses, when it came to translation, interpretation, to make them kind of see that they did need to learn these languages, that Spanish, French and learning or German or any other language can help them just as much as it helped Spanish students to learn English.
So talk to me about the services provided by Chaplin's.
Well, right now I like to say that we offer three key services. That would be the study abroad programs, there would be the translation interpretation services for businesses both locally and internationally, and then the language training programs, which would be the language training programs for grinds, for junior certs, leaving certs, and juniors and teenage students, but also the language courses for adults and the training programs for specific purposes.
So on the study abroad program, how does that work?
The study abroad programs. Now, what we do is we offer Spanish students and students from all around the world to come to Ireland to delve into the Irish culture, into the language. They stay in host families, and other accommodation programs are also provided, but mainly the host families. They do study in our schools. We also offer them a program of summer camps. They can also enroll in summer camps in around the area of Ireland, mainly now in Wexford. And then at the same time, what we have been offering as well for the last 2 years are for Irish students to come over to Barcelona or France or Germany to learn the language.
Now, there hasn't been a tradition of Irish families sending second-level students, their sons or daughters, overseas to learn a language.
No, there
Why
hasn't.
is that the case?
Well, I think first it's something cultural. I think the fact that we already speak English, which is the most spoken or one of the most spoken or international languages, hasn't really made people see or become aware that they do need to learn other languages. The need is growing. We are talking to a lot of students right now who have shown their interest in studying another foreign language, because I think one of the good things that schools are doing right now here in Ireland would be that they are promoting foreign languages. They are giving Spanish. They're very much focusing on the learning of Spanish, French and German. And in a way, I think that is helping already to increase the awareness of students and families to kind of see, or to kind of look out for more options. It has helped a lot Spanish students to come over here and learn the language. Why shouldn't it basically help Irish students to come over and learn Spanish, French or German?
What are your thoughts in relation to the way that foreign languages are taught here in the Irish system?
It is traditional, and traditional can be very effective at times, but at the same time it can also risk to bore students, which is most of the times why grinds and school of grinds are becoming popular, and why parents are trying to find other options, because learning the language in the schools is not being, let's say, maybe engaging enough. But if you go back to the whole purpose in a school is to cover a syllabus. So I can understand that learning process needs to be much more serious. And why not? Now, that is where our job comes in, to kind of support schools to make this learning of the language, why not, more innovative, more exciting, more engaging, and more basically to work alongside schools.
Something that we're hearing lots about over the last number of years is STEM, and the importance of STEM, and teaching STEM, of course, science, technology, engineering and maths. We're not hearing so much about the importance of learning a language.
We are not, and we very much hope to be changing that in the next couple of years. Our project right now it's called it's a project for schools. It's the national project for schools that we like to call it, and that would be a project in which little by little we are going to try, with the help of our advisors and consultants, to go into schools and talk to the teachers, talk to the board of management, talk to the principals and the heads and the head of studies, basically to see how we can help promote and encourage the learning of language much more in Ireland. It is something that we are that we have started already doing in schools in Wexford, and hope to be doing in the next couple of years all around Ireland.
Now, of course, you also mentioned that you're going to be involved in delivering grinds and also running language courses.
Yes.
Are they going to be for adults as well as students?
They are, yes. They are going to be obviously for students, because they do need to pass their subjects in school, but they are going to also be for adults, for whatever purpose it may serve them best, really. It can be either for travelling, which we have a lot of students now that are enrolling Spanish courses for basically to travel and to kind of find their own way around when they're going to Spain or Barcelona or different destinations. Also French, that we are offering adults that we have been teaching adults. I'm actually one of the French teachers, so I can give that as a personal example as well. Two of our students, for example, what they did need, one of them needed it for an interview, and the other one did need it just to travel and to kind of know what they were saying and find his own way around things. So for whatever purpose may serve them best, I think learning a language is always good.
Now, one other service that Chaplins will be offering here right across the country is a service to business around translation and interpretation. How much of a need is there for that?
There is quite much of a need now. Be it because they want their websites to be translated, but also not only their websites, obviously their marketing products, their information, their documents. They're even offering the interpretation services that I was mentioning in HR recruitment processes. There has been a demand now for this. It is growing. The demand is growing, and there is a need as well. So I think it is something that we are going to really work on. We have been working on it. We will continue to work on it thoroughly, because I think companies and businesses here in Ireland need quality service and translation interpretation, not something that can be done online, but also someone that they can talk to, sit down and see how they want that translation, how they want that interpretation, and what way they want to communicate that product.
Now, Chaplins has experienced great growth over the past 30 years.
It has, yes.
And of course, entering into the Irish market is part of that. But what else have you planned from a global footprint perspective?
What we have planned in the next 5 years, along with our agents and advisors and study advisors, has been to get into the Latin American markets, Dubai and Russia and China. These are mostly now the countries that we are working on, to kind of give them study abroad and language experiences over here in Ireland, in the USA and also in Spain.
Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
South